YouTube, and happy Thursday. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Have you got your beverage of choice? We are taking a look at another demo today in our week of demos, which will be extending into next week because we found so many demos to try out. But today we will be looking at the demo for a game called All Will Fall by All Parts Connected. Now, this demo is a post-apocalyptic city builder with unique physics-based 3D construction. And we can look down here. We design and build a towering ocean city. The world is dying, overtaken by endless ocean. You're the leader of a small group of survivors stranded on a rusty boat. You find a small land area solid enough to serve as a building foundation. And now, step by step, you build a city. The city will go up to the sky, weather many storms, and become a home for the last remnants of humanity, for your people. The game's physics-based building mechanics challenge you to consider real-world construction aspects when building your intricate multi-level city in all three dimensions. While easy to grasp, the unique system introduces deeper simulation aspects and more creative freedom to the city builder sandbox, allowing you to bring numerous vertical city designs to life. But know that while building, you're essentially playing Jenga with human lives at stake. Each structure can crumble, so you must provide enough support and find creative ways of using different building materials. There's a high-risk, high-reward aspect to it, though. For example, you can find various ways to reach much-needed resource nodes by building elaborate bridges or ladders, or save some space for more production by stacking the housing quarters on top of each other. If you fail, the state of the building can be reverted to before the collapse, so you can fix the mistakes and avoid tragic consequences, at least on lower difficulties. Besides building and maintaining the city, you will also manage a colony of survivors. As their leader, navigate the wants and needs of several factions, engineers, sailors, and workers, each with their own unique traits. For example, only engineers can operate cranes, while sailors have access to boat navigation, making resource gathering and logistics easier. Sometimes you will have to make difficult yet necessary decisions to lead your people to prosperity. Try to feed every mouth generously, or be strict with food rationing, establish martial law during unrest, or show mercy and let people voice their frustrations. Go down in history as a benevolent shepherd or strong-handed tyrant, as long as the city prevails. And finally, each colony you build will deal with unique challenges, foundation layouts, circumstances, and random events. Like storms, mysterious structures emerging from the ocean, political coup, unexpected newcomers, food shortages, and more. Learn from your mistakes, unlock new locations on the global map, and embark on the next dangerous adventure once the inevitable calamity comes to destroy the city. So this one looks like it's going to be a fair bit of challenge. I like the premise. It's very interesting. We'll see how well we do with Jenga physics, right? But it looks fun. Let's get started and see if this game deserves a spot on our wish list. And while we're waiting for that to load, I'm going to have a sip of water. So it says, a word from the developers. Dear player, we are grateful for you taking the time to play our game's demo. Please keep in mind that this is still a work in progress and you may encounter occasional bugs and inconsistent performance. Please share your feedback using the in-game surveys and report any translation errors you might encounter. We assure you that we will keep working to improve the game and its performance and prepare more content for launch. All right. So everything is locked in demo except for this fresh start. If you don't know where to start, pick this one. A well-balanced starting area that should get you familiar with the game. Boy, that little towboat's being tossed around, isn't it? Click on this title to get more information. If you need more information on how something works, you can always click on the event title at the top left corner of the screen, or open old events from your event log. Okay, got it. What's next? Wolf, morning. I got paid today, so I ordered some more filament and a filament storage rack and paid a bill this morning. Nice. So, what kind of filaments did you get? Any fun colors or I don't know. I was going to say properties, but I guess filament is filament. It doesn't have too many properties, does it? Hold the right mouse button to rotate the camera. Okay. Use WASD to move the camera. Use Q and E to change the height. Alright, so let's get an overview of what we're working with here. Let's go ahead and pause while we do that. You got 4 translucent colors. Ooh, fancy. You could use translucent colors to create like display panels on a high-tech looking print. And then get some, they have this strip lighting you can buy on Amazon that's battery powered. And if you put the strip lighting between a solid panel and a translucent one and hit the battery pack somewhere, you could create an actual glowing panel. You're planning on printing a bunch of cyber crystals. Cool. So, there's the ship that was shipwrecked. Crashed boat. This boat got you this far to safety, but the time has come to say goodbye. Don't worry, there are plenty of other boats in the sea. You will know what to do with it when the time is right. Not a whole lot of space we're working with here, is it? Assign people to the gathering hut. Alright, we have a basic gathering hut here. It needs people to work at it. Looks like we have 4 workers and 4 engineers. Alright, we have assigned 4 people to work on it. Now we want to gather wood. So we're going to make gathering this a high priority. And now, let's let them get started. Can I zoom in it further? There we go. So now we can see our survivors getting to work. And now, while we're waiting for them to finish, it says build a wooden staircase and collect some water. People can't drink seawater. We will need to find some fresh water. Select stairs from the path category. Where's that? Press R on your keyboard to rotate, click to build. Okay, so Or put that there. So now we want to collect that. And somebody is over here collecting that water. Build a wooden support block and gather food. Piles of food. Oh, good. Random piles of food. Y'all sure y'all want that? It's probably not good anymore. I'm just saying. Okay. In order to reach new resources and areas, we must somehow bridge the gap. Select the wooden support block from the Build menu at the bottom center of the screen. Then click and hold the left mouse to fill the gap. People can now walk over it, and you can also build other buildings on top. So, like that. And we should probably mark this as a semi-high priority. Oh, you want me to mark that to the highest priority? All right. Okay, I think we could close that. We've figured that out. All right, we have somebody looking at the food. Citizens need houses. Yes, I know. Different paths for different jobs. A basic ladder is a great tool to reach higher places, but it comes with a walk speed penalty, so keep that in mind. Click and hold the left mouse button in order to drag the ladder to the needed height. Ooh, I wonder what that is. It says an event. Okay, so we have a ladder here. And we have placed a ladder up here. We'll make that a medium priority. So now we got a couple working on the wood here. We got a couple working on gathering the food. And now they're going to start working on the junk, I think. Oh, they have a food storage. Nice. Not much in it, but you know. And what's that? Ah, regular storage. So this place comes built in with storage. So I'm assuming that if we want to get these other 4 to work, we would need a second gathering hut. I'm waiting to see what the tutorial says next. How are we doing? We've actually collected 24 food so far. Not bad, not bad. Still feel like we really should move this up to highest. And okay, we've actually replenished that food supply. How much water is left in here? Only 6. Now they should start working on this. Boy, pretty rough existence, huh? I don't know how they're both standing inside each other, but okay, we'll accept it. And these guys are still steady working on this large pile of wood. Let's use explosives. Okay, let's not use explosives on something that could probably collapse. There's a quick way how we could reach other resource areas. Explosives. You can use explosives and gain resources from destroyed walls. So, we need to find 2 fuel. And that's just wood. That's water. That's junk. Wood rubble, junk rubble. Alright, now it finally says build wooden house. I feel like if we're going to build a house anywhere, maybe where we've already cleared where am I going to put these? Maybe here. Just like that. So they're working on those because I'd like to go rest now and they don't have any place to rest at. And I guess these little teeny tiny things are going to house 4 people apiece. Oh no, we need 4 of these. Alright. So we actually need 2 more houses. Can we build this one here? Probably shouldn't. Although technically it looks like we could. Let's not for the moment. We could build on top. We could do that. Maybe. Here. We'll put one there. Alright. All right, there. Everybody has a little cubicle to sleep in. Not much, is it? Time control. You can change the game speed in the top right corner. Note the game speed changes automatically during nighttime, but you can still control it manually. So it's low tide. The water level change has been -4 meters. Wind is 100%, sunlight 100%, no rain. So it looks like we're going to have some high tide and rain in a little while. And while they're sleeping, we're going to pause again. Let me take a look around. We're looking for fuel. And I'm wondering if deconstructing the boat would do it. I don't see anything that resembles fuel here. Junk, wood rubble, Maybe if we deconstruct the boat, we'll get some. I don't know. Junk. Or maybe we get it out of the junk. So we could actually see who's working at the gathering hut. We have Chad Harlow, Audi Huxley, Norvella Aton, and Harper West. It even shows you where they're living. You know, this house and this house is where these are living. Really feel like we need that second gathering hut. We want to get them off their butts and working. So, when they wake up, they can build that. Are these guys just going to get out of bed and do it? Because reasons? And they're going to go right back to bed. Deconstructing other buildings will give you back all your resources with no penalty, so feel free to experiment. Select the red deconstruct icon and then click on the crashed boat. And you can actually choose this boat saved our lives, it stays, or got it. So you can actually save the boat if you want to. That's cute. Alright. Maybe in another playthrough we will actually try keeping the boat. But this time we're going to deconstruct it. Wooden path. There we go. We've created a path to this wood rubble. So now they can gather that. New support building unlocked. We have a wooden support triangle, a large wooden support block, and a wooden support arc. Did we get any fuel? No, we have not gotten any fuel yet. So maybe we do get it out of the junk. Can we move this? Doesn't look like it. All right. I want them to access this water up here. And then once they're done with that, we can go there. So that'll give them access to all layers there. And what's behind here, at least part of it. Yeah, I love how you can listen to them muttering while they work. And they do seem to be somewhat autonomous. Oh, I think it is possible to get what we want from junk rubble. So how much resources do we have? 45 junk, 32 wood, and that's it. And apparently we have junk down below as well as above. What's this? A tree. That's it, a tree. I don't know how a random tree managed to grow up there, but hey, we're going to leave it alone. Have we... No, we still have not found any fuel. What if we could get to that down there? Guess we can attempt it. I don't know how sturdy that is, but we've tried at least. We'll see if we put this on highest priority, see what happens. We got a couple of them heading over there. That seemed to work. What we got here? Floating pile of junk. Wood. Wood rubble. A mysterious structure. A tree underwater. Metal rebar. Floating pile of junk. Oh, another pile of food. How are we doing on food? We're okay at the moment, but we don't want to let them get too low on food before we go out for that. There's so much to look at. Can we look underwater? No, we can't, apparently. I mean, other than to see vague images underwater, we can't actually go and look underwater. Please, somebody find some fuel somewhere. Nope, still nothing. Junk rubble, wood rubble, pile of junk, must have been a pretty nice building once. Pile of junk. It sounds like they're talking. Whoa, we got a decent bit of water right now. Nice. It's almost peaceful if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, we have to worry about keeping these people alive and them not dying or starving or thirsting to death. Okay, so that one's gone. I think we want to try this one up here. Well, that dude's in pretty good shape. Well, they're all in pretty good shape. I guess if you're dealing with the apocalypse, the only reason you're alive is if you're in good shape. Build a fireplace. Hold on. This place could use more light. Build a couple of fireplaces will give your people a common place to gather and leisure at night. Citizens will leisure after work hours. Building better leisure buildings will increase their happiness and unlock new perks. Open social group panel at top middle to find out more about different needs. We said we want to build 2 of them. Well, we'll build one right there. And I guess we'll build the second one and over here. Now they have a place to sit and relax and warm their hands and bones after a long day. I like listening to them talk. I mean, they're talking in, I guess, a form of Simlish, because you hear mumble, 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 but you don't actually hear words. Which is kind of neat. That means all they need is a couple of voice actors, maybe a couple males, a couple females, to do something like, play something in front of your head. Well, y'all couldn't understand a word I said because I put my hand over my mouth. But if you record several lines of that, you can mix and match it to create conversations. Which means you could have speech in the game without actually having speech in the game. And that's just a long way of saying I really like that concept. Alright. While they're sleeping, once again, let's pause. There's still quite a bit of this wood left, I'm surprised. There's still a decent bit of this left. Like we got more wood rubble over here. More junk there. I think currently they have plenty of work on. Oh, yeah, we could do that. Too bad we can't just move. Never mind. We can. I was going to say, too bad we can't just move the buildings. We can. So we have a nice wide platform here. Probably should have started with that, but I didn't. I wonder how they feel about just getting randomly moved around like that. Maybe I'll leave them on the more solid because, you know, reasons. We'll move the gathering huts. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So we got those moved out of the way. All right, let's get... Oh, we never did stop today, did we? There. All right, they're up. Up and at 'em. Looks like the first thing they do is take care of their needs. Yeah, that's the very first thing they do when they get up is take care of their needs. Now, where did we see... way over here. Do we have enough materials to potentially build out over there? We're down pretty low on wood. We should prioritize some wood. So we'll have somebody doing that. And we can't get... Okay, some of these we can't get to, which is where the explosives supposedly come into play. Where are our explosives? Okay. Ah! Found it. Pile of gas tanks. So we need to get to this. And we need... no, don't want to do that. We'll make that the highest priority. Oh look, you can tell at a glance what they're carrying, because that definitely looks like junk on her back, and that's definitely wood on her back.
Yen?
Okay, she's going over there. Alright, that seemed to work fine. Got a little more wood again. I probably shouldn't have wasted the wood on building this nice little platform, but hey, why not, right? We could probably get this back. There we go. And since its purpose is already used. Wonder how high the water rises. Feel like we're gonna end up wanting to put their houses up higher. Low tide has revealed new resources. Oh, where? A low tide has decreased the water level and temporarily revealed new areas with potential resources. But we must hurry. The water will rise again after some time, and anyone who stays below it will be washed away. Pay attention to the weather bar at the top right-hand corner to get Arian out before tide comes. Alright. What should we prioritize down here? No. Wood gunk? Ooh. Fuel? Any food? That helps. That's just a pile of junk. Wood rubble, junk rubble, wood rubble, pile of junk. Yeah, I think we want to prioritize that fuel. I don't see any food. Probably way too much wood I'm using for this, isn't it? Alright. Deprioritize that. I don't think we have that prioritized. And we have that at highest priority. Oh, we did prioritize that, so we're going to lower that priority down. Well, I mean, things are going pretty good so far. Knock on wood. Now that I've said that, something horrible is likely to happen. I'm still looking to see if there's possibly any other food sources here. I don't see any. And they are prioritizing this. We have, how many fuel now? 8 fuel. We can start blowing stuff up. I still say that's a very bad idea. Wondering where I should blow up at. It's right there. All right. How are we doing over here? High tide is at 6. We can build a small laboratory, huh? All right. Small lab allows you to research new buildings and upgrades. That is not small anything. I'm sorry, but that is not a small anything. Where are we putting that? I feel like we want to put that over here. Maybe like that. And it looks like they got that. There's nothing beyond that worth blowing things up for. So we're not going to risk it. Oh, we blew it up. We had to blow it up. Okay. Research woodcatcher. So we want 2 engineers to work on this. Which of course means we have 2 less people to gather stuff, but so be it. Right. Junk rubble, wood rubble. Hey yo, hello Neon. Happy Thursday. How are you? This building will collapse in 2 hours, and ooh, that whole building's gonna collapse, huh? Yikes. Well, I don't want my people out there when it does. But at the same time, do we have time? There's an event over here. Do we have the materials to risk it? That's the big question. Well, they're done with this. We have 64 wood. Oh wow, I don't know if the time even stops for that. Happy Thursday, doing good. Happy made it to stream. Well, I'm glad you made it to the stream too. Do I risk sending them out here? I don't think I can even make a safe enough platform out that way. Medium storage. Food storage. Water storage. No, I don't think we can make it. Well, I mean, we probably could, but how? We'd use too many resources for it. Oh. Wait. Oh, time has started again. Dang it! I just realized the time started again. While I was trying to figure that out. Not enough storage. Oh, that's what they're saying. We need more storage. The game looks familiar. Gathering. Food, water, storage. Well, wherever that was must have collapsed because I don't see the symbol anymore. Oh well. I think maybe because on Tuesday or Wednesday when we were looking at, no, it had to have been Tuesday, we were looking at games for the rest of the week. I did bring this one up. But then you might have seen it before on Steam. Maybe you saw it in the demos or whatever. Okay, so that's going to be underwater again. But we're going to have another low tide soon, so we're not going to fuss about it too much. Look at these guys. They actually do hang out at the fire barrel. Neat. Workers are resting. You can force them to work night shift, but they're probably not going to like it much. Yeah, some nice little details in their day-to-day life, including, they're probably going to starve to death because we don't have much food left. But, small details. Oh, that's a little too close a look at that. Exactly, that is really cool. So, it is raining. And you see the water has risen again, so hiding the stuff that we were looking at earlier. Although we did manage to grab the fuel. That's good. A barely intact boat approaches your city. Some people from your group say that these are good people. We'll have to build more houses for them. Great, but they'll have to share their supplies. Or together we will survive. Which will add... Okay, so, choices matter. Depending on what you say is the boost you get. So if I say great, they will have to share their supplies. We will get 20 food, 15 junk, and 4 sailors. Together we will survive. We will get 4 sailors, and engineers gain 1 loyalty, sailors gain 1 loyalty, and workers gain 1 loyalty. As long as they listen to me, they can stay. We will get 15 to influence and 4 sailors. So what do we want more? The material, the food, the loyalty, or the influence? Because no matter what you get, what you choose, you're going to get the sailors. I mean, we're not gonna have much food if they don't share their food. We're kind of running a little short as it is. I really want to go with the practical. They have to share their supplies. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. And of course that means we have to build 2 more houses. And in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and move these so we can make space for at least another one. Up here. And of course I put that in the wrong place. Need to move it back 1. That's one of two we need. Where can I put the other one? I feel like we could put one right here. So we'll do that. We can move them around if we need to. Okay, so we have 36 water, 26 food. And we're working on wood and junk. And I keep doing that when I don't necessarily need to. This is ready to blow up. All right. Oh. We're watching it collapse in slow motion. That is where I remember seeing this game. Okay, so you remember it from Tuesday's stream. Okay. Put that in here. And what are we researching? No research right now. High tide incoming, run. High tide is incoming and the water will be back up to old sea level. People will start going back to higher ground automatically, but they can still drown if they can't make it in time. I think they did make it in time. Word is spreading about our colony. People are coming here to look for a better chance of survival. Oh, good grief. Hold on a second. Let me pause. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. And speaking of which, I do have to make sure I end the stream no later than 11:45 because I do have a phone appointment today. So we'll take care of that. Word is spreading. Sure. 4 citizens and 5 influence. Or we would get 15 influence and lose loyalty. I guess we will take in more people. Which means we need more houses again. Where are we going to put these new houses? maybe here. And I think we're definitely going to need another barrel. Put it. Alright, let's move this one here. We'll move this one over here. I think that will leave us room to put one in the center. Or maybe more like that. Alright, we have enough room for everyone again. Up, we can detonate that. We're just blowing stuff up. Okay, thank you for letting us know you in the stream when you're ready. Gotta make sure you get your appointment on time. Well, thank you. Oh, right there. Woodcatcher. Collects resources directly beneath it and gathers floating material from the sea. Alright, we're working on that. A mysterious building. Oh, that stuff did sink, didn't it? Assign people to investigate this mysterious. All right. Unable to. All right. Hold on. Unable to reach any new. They can't reach this. All right. Fishing spot, huh? Oh, fishing spot. Can be gathered by fishing boat. Okay, we need a fishing boat. We need boats. How do we do that? All right. All right, we're almost done researching our first research. And we have learned a new building. The woodcatcher collects resources directly beneath it and gathers floating material. Where are we putting this? 83%, huh? Where was that? Hold on. All right. I'm hoping that works. I don't know. Some buildings need clearance. Workers are unable to reach any marked resources. Oh, that's what they're saying. Some buildings need clearance. Some buildings need access to sea. Make sure you get the most by trying to get clearance indicator to 100%. Now that we've built it, let's move it around. %, 56. Pause. Oh my god. Okay, I can't pull out far enough to actually see what I'm doing. So, What is the access? What about here? $56, $83. Think we need a worker on it. Now, build house decoration, research a wood boiler, and build a wood boiler. So we have wood support buildings, electric junk catcher, wood boiler. Oh, that would be for water, boiling water. There's our boat. There's our fishing hut. A hamster wheel. Citizens generate electricity by powering the wheel. All right, let's start with the wood boiler. And that's what they will research next. Captain, look at that strange structure over there. It looks like it goes all the way down underwater and there's no entrance at top. We'll have to wait for water levels to drop even lower before we can figure out what that thing is. I guess we'll just wait. Build house decorations. One way to increase happiness for your people is by improving their house. Building different decorations will increase house quality, which will increase happiness. Building anything above the house will increase the roofing stats, but building an actual roof will also increase other house stats. Which I don't think we know how to do yet. Oh, we do. We have all sorts of different little roof types we can put up. Huh. That's an interesting roof. Not that we could see it in the dark, but all right. So we'll put that on those. That on those. And for this one over here, we're going to go with that. And that completes that one. In fact, we ended up building 7. All right, y'all need to access things. So we'll make things go boom over here. Right there, maybe? And we can also do it over here. Let's do it right here. All right. You have increased their happiness enough to unlock their first perk. Congratulations, some of your citizens now feel less desperate than before. Increasing happiness will unlock new perks. Each social group has their own unique and powerful perks that will unlock new mechanics as you progress. Try increasing their different needs like housing, food, or later, leisure. But beware, there might not be enough resources for everyone. More happiness, more perks? Our base has been hit by some drifting wood. Great news! So that's got us some free wood. All right, you ready? Boom! Boom! Overlays and height meter. You can drag the height meter to reveal hard to reach areas. You can do the same by pressing keyboard shortcut F. Press it again to set it back to normal. Oh, okay. It did say press F again, yeah, to set it back to normal. Let's send 2 sailors out to this event. Workers are currently resting, so we'll have to wait until they are done. I'm constantly looking around to see. Increase happiness to 15 for at least one social group. All right. So, happiness, their housing happiness is the highest. Leisure, not so much. Water, a little more. Food, a little more. Goods, not at all. Loyalty, zero loyalty. Their water and food is good. Housing, okay, same. So we need to work on that. What do we want to try to grab? This stuff. So, want a wooden support here. I think that was far enough away. Think that gives them access to that. And maybe. Yep, it did. We have two people heading to it. And we're working on research. We're under attack. By who? Captain, help! The whole sky is filled with seagulls and they're all over us. Make some traps and nets. That'll give us 30 food. Hey, free food from the sky. We're having trash bird for dinner. We can make junk houses if we need to. If we're running out of wood. I'm sure that people won't like those nearly as much. How are we doing over here? We have a paint tool. Oh my god, we can paint the stuff. Because of course we can. We can even pick the materials. Oh, very cute. Alright, enough tinkering around with that. We've had our little bit of fun painting houses. I don't know if that even improves their mood or not, but... Oh, we can build a water boiler now. A wood boiler. All buildings get +2 to pollution. We don't have enough wood. We have tons of junk, but not enough wood. We have any wood around here? Yes, we do, down there. How do we access it? Like that. Wait. We can't access it? The hell we can't? Oh, good morning, Jacob, Gulf City Navo. How are you today? You say the Splinter Cell Netflix series is getting a second season. Yeah, I saw somewhere about that. But I also seen it's not really a great show. Raincatcher. You loved season 1? Well, I mean, I'm glad to hear that you did enjoy it. If you're enjoying the show, by all means, enjoy it. I just happen to note that some people didn't. Alright, we'll start working on the fishing hut next. Because food. Clearance is blocked to 56%. Oh, because we're at low tide. And we'll go ahead and assign that a high priority because water will rise after a while. Also, you could just say Jacob instead of the full thing. All right. I'll do that. Although it's kind of fun to say the whole thing. Jacob Gulf City Novo. And that gets neat. But we will call you just Jacob. The show got me to beat Chaos Theory on my Steam Deck. Oh, neat. Alright. I was going to say, is anybody going to work on this? Yes, they will. Alright. We make it go boom. Oh no! Oh no, we killed him! Oh no, we killed the guy! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Hold on! Oh, we killed him! I should have waited a little bit longer. He should have been clear. I feel so bad. Okay, Rip. Moving on. Let's try not to do that again, shall we? Okay, how are we doing this? Are we out of wood? Yeah, we are totally out of wood. Well, we can recover that. Also, you have to explain the Fallout series to your dad. Make sure that guy's clear before we go boom. He wants to watch the TV show now. Is there an option where you can revive the helper? I don't think so. I think he's pretty much just dead. Alright, we researched the fishing hut. I feel bad. Oh my god. I can't believe I just go boom. Oh, let's get the right touch restarted. But my dad asked what would they called soda in the Fallout world, New Orleans. I mean, the only thing I know is Nuka-Cola. Fishing hut. We need wood for it. We need wood for everything right now. Oh, that doesn't work. Yes, I know. I'm working on it. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. They couldn't get to it because I'd forgotten to complete the path. And I don't think they could get to this either. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Get back up.
Yen?
What are y'all doing? Get out of there. The water's coming. You idiot. You moron. You absolute troglodyte. Get out of there. Since Nuka-Cola is their version of Coca-Cola, they'd use the same logic as the real world.
Yen?
Oh, thank goodness. Alright. Oh, no! Oh, shoot. I killed a bunch of people. It wasn't supposed to do that. Wait, did it? Did it kill them, or does it just knock them out? I don't think it actually killed them. I think, yeah, no, we just lost a whole bunch of food and water. Maybe it doesn't kill them, but it's not good. I hope. I thought we were far enough away, but I guess not. We only have 8 wood. We need 20 wood for the fishing hut. Alright. Let's deconstruct some stuff here. This game looks interesting. It is. If I didn't stop blowing people up. Well, I guess the demo is a great place to learn as any, right? I think they survived. I don't honestly know. But I'm hoping. Okay. I'm going to have to wait until it's daylight so I can actually see what I'm doing there. Oh, wait. We have only one person researching. Okay. Please help us. You sure you want to throw up here? I keep blowing people up. A group with their own boat has come to stay. They say they're looking for a place to stay. So we can gain 2 citizens, lose 15 influence, gain a boat and 2 citizens. Alright, they could stay. But that means we need another house. Because of course we do. Well, I hate to tell y'all, but I am running out of materials, so you'll have to deal with this junk house for the moment. So sorry. Please forgive me. I know it's not going to be the nicest thing, but it's better than death. I will give y'all a nice little roof on top of it. There. At least you have something. Workers are unable to reach any marked location. Now, how's this fishing thing work? I have 75% here. Come on. Come on. We're going to need there we go. I think that works. I hope. Alright, how to use rain catchers. Rain catchers need to be connected to water storage or buildings that require water for protection. You could increase their efficiency by building roofs above them and redirecting more water. So they need to be connected to water storage. So, let me move this over, move this over, and how does this work? Like that? And of course it's not raining. But we have some rain catchers on there. Here, we need somebody to work this. Clearly, it needs a sailor working it. Is that a fishing spot over here too? Oh no. But we're not doing good. We have we have 4 water left. We're not doing very good at all. These people are gonna hate me. Okay. We can regain this wood. Alright. I was trying to just deconstruct that, you idiot. Thanks. Of course, these aren't working right now because there's not any rain. But we do have a rainstorm coming. How are we for food? We're better on food, and we're working on gathering some fish. And y'all are complaining you can't reach anything. And y'all aren't researching anything. Just not good. So let's research a simple boat. And they're working on that now. Let me go ahead and move the food. Move the food storage up here. Now. Oops. All right. Move this. That didn't work. You actually want it attached. Like that. I think. Let me move this over here. Not supposed to break just because I move it. The heck? Alright, we're going to deconstruct these. Better. Let's try this again. I want to deconstruct that. I want to move it. I'm trying to move it. Like that. Then we're going to Put a second one next to it. And then we're going to put the rain catcher right on top like that. And we're going to put, well, we would, except I think we might be out of space for it. No, like that. I think we finally got it. How are we doing over here? You've got to be doing better than I am, all right? Simple boat. We need wood and scrap, and hold on a second, I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. So, back to what we're doing. And yes, I know, we're critically low on water. Thank you, I'm aware of that. I am well aware of that. Build a dock, build a simple boat. Well, we could put a dock here, I think. Maybe. I mean, there's plenty of space there. All right, we'll put it there. I think. Except I don't think that's going to work either until we have some stairs down. Wait, hold on. Let's recover this wood here. Now, where are we putting this thing? Oh, right. We have to put this in first. I think we could put it here. Maybe like that. Inaccessible by boat. All right, so maybe not. But there. And then we allow stair down. Think that works. I hope. Maybe I also can put a piece of wood right here. Like that. And of course we're putting 2 sailors on that. Build a wood boiler. I totally forgot we were supposed to build a wood boiler. I'm an idiot. Where is that? Wood boiler. And of course we don't have the wood again. Where'd the boat go? They go off somewhere. They're probably like, let's escape while we can. We did put a boat, didn't we? Okay. I'm not doing so good with it so far. Hopefully the demo continues well past Next Fest. I think we're gonna... Oh, there they are. Okay. We need wood. We need more wood than we have. We need water desperately. We only have 2 left. Clearance is blocked to 75%. I mean, that's okay for now. Can gather marked floating and surface wood. That's metal rebar. Junk rubble. Alright, we'll grab that over there. Or have them grab that over there. But first, everyone's going to go to sleep. Let's speed things up a little, shall we? And my cat's like, excuse me. You will feed me now. Excuse me, you'll feed me now. I'm like, cat, you already had a food this morning. She's very bossy. She's also very old. Alright, let's speed it up even faster, shall we? Yes, I know we're out of water. Trust me, I know we're out of water. But it's supposed to rain soon, so there's that. Our little ship went out again. There they are. little teeny tiny boat with one little teeny tiny outhouse-sized room. And we're not researching anything. We should be researching... Oh, that would cost a ton. A fishing boat? Yes. We will research a fishing boat. It's raining! Oh my god, it's raining. Are we gathering water? Please say we're gathering water. God. Raining like that. We've got to be catching water, right? Let it catch water. Well, I hope it actually is catching water. Where's our boat? Are they still out here? They are. There's wood scrap over there, but nobody can get to it. Alright. Remove this. We'll move our storage over this way. Come on, I'm moving you. There. We can move that there. Do we have enough wood to put in a platform? We do. And they found it. So, there's actually a lot of wood in there that we totally missed earlier. Because we keep forgetting we have to think in 3 dimensions. Okay, it is. It is working. You're right. We just have to let it work. Will it be enough? Will there be enough rain to finish that? That's what I want to know. The wood boiler. We can put up the wood boiler now. And since they don't want to be anywhere near this, which I guess I don't really blame them, I'm going to put it over here. Oh, the water's going down as fast as it's going up because they're so thirsty right now.
Yen?
So we need 2 workers over here. Turn salt water into drinkable water. It might be a little too late, considering boilers and pollution. The wood boiler is a polluter. Building such buildings near houses will decrease their maximum quality. However, you can always ignore how your citizens feel and focus on ever-growing production. It's your city. Well, we put it over here because it's out of the way. Our food is right here. Our lack of water is over here. Although we're trying our best to work on that. We have 2 sources of water. And we're working on the fishing boat here. And we've barely been able to expand because, well, reasons. We don't have the wood to expand out. And though we can make a couple more junk houses, I'm not going to tear down their houses and turn them into junk houses so we can have wood. That would be incredibly rude. We're just going to have to build junk houses for a while. When I watch streams with games like this, I like to get involved to help doing anything, especially cheering and communicating. Thanks. Our little boat, what are they bringing in? Looks like they brought us some more wood. Did they bring us some more wood? No research. Alright, we finished the fishing boat. Greenhouse. Yeah, we can't afford that right now. It costs a lot of water. Mushroom farm also uses a lot of water, and mushroom farms are considered polluters. The actual heck you say? I guess we could do that, or we could do the hamster wheel. We'll do the decorations, I guess. We have social things, like a basic bench, or basic leisure buildings. Well, the water collectors are working. I'm wondering if I could put another one on. Oh, that's the water. I need the water catcher. No, not that. I want the water catcher. Apparently we can't put that one there. No, I don't want another water barrel. Now, fishing boat. Don't tell me we need another dock. We have a dock. And of course, we want sailors for that. The water going down as fast as it can go up. I mean, we haven't gotten very far, mostly because, I'm still learning this. But I would say so far I'm getting a kick out of it. Move you over. Like that. Of course, that means we have to put down That doesn't work. Alright. I mean, kind of. Maybe. The sea level is falling. Of course, it's dark. I can't see anything. But sea level falling always means we can access new rubble. Dock is inaccessible by boat. Oh, yeah, because currently the water level's too high, or too low. It seems the sea level has dropped, which means we can now safely build in these new areas. The sea level will drop over time, revealing new areas, resources, and events. Changing tides will only go up to sea level or below it. Maybe one day we will walk on ground again. Oh, they're saying it permanently changed. Oh. Oh, okay. That's how that works. Over time, the sea level permanently recedes. Well, that changes a lot of things. That changes, like, how you plan things out and everything. Alright, so far, I've basically just learned the mechanics and the basics of the game. It's very interesting. I'm kind of liking the 3D aspect of it. Okay, no kind of about it. I'm really liking the 3D aspect of it. I'm liking the puzzle nature of it. No. Pause. And now that we know that the water will recede over time, exposing more stuff permanently, I can see where we actually do get to expand. Yeah, I like this. Honestly, I really do like this. In fact, I'm thinking, the more I see this, the more I'm thinking Gus would like this too. And he'd be really good at it. But what do y'all think of this game? Let me know. Leave a comment. I am going to go ahead and save. I'm probably going to start a new world and try this again off screen and see how much better I can do at it the second time around, now that I know a few things. But, yeah, I like this. So we're actually going to go ahead and wish list this. And doesn't have a set date, just says available 2025. That could be anywhere between tomorrow and December 31st, who knows. But yeah, I will say, depending on how much this costs when it comes out, this is a definite play. And who knows? We might even see this show up on the channel in the future. But once again, I do have an appointment I have to get ready for. And since the last two interruptions were both phone calls from the VA, I had better go ahead and end now and get ready for it. You said it's really interesting. You would watch me play it? Awesome. Well, like I said, we'll see how much it costs. I'm thinking probably $25-ish range. It's going to be, my guess, probably no more than 30. I would like to see it a little lower, maybe even, 20. But I'm guessing it's going to be $25 to $30. So, once again, I do have to get ready for a phone appointment. Thank you to everybody that stopped by, including Wolf of Midnight. I am actually really looking forward to seeing these cyber crystals you print with these translucent colors. Those sound like they're going to be pretty. Thank you to Neon Earth. Thank you to Jacob. For everybody who popped in and out or stuck around and lurked, well, thank you too. I appreciate each and every one of you. But next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. Now, tomorrow morning, we're going to be looking at one more demo for the week. And this one is going to be a lot more low-key and relaxing. But it's going to be right up my alley because I happen to love books, having worked in the library for a great number of years. It is called Bookshop Simulator, and you literally build up and run your own bookstore. It has mixed reviews, but we're going to see what we think of the demo and if it's worth it, because it's apparently out now, $15.99. If it's worth it at full price, if it's worth it to buy on sale, or if it's a pass. We'll find out tomorrow. But once again, thank you all very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. You all have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you are. And until next time, bye for now. Thank you, Neon, with the $10 super chat. Says, here's to help start for the game. You're welcome, and Bookshop Simulator. Thank you. You didn't have to, but I do appreciate it.